All right. Welcome everyone to tonight's session. And tonight we are going to be looking at defining business objective with SMART. So SMART is a system or a tool or a technique we use in defining what business objective is. It gives it the professional touch that makes objectives to stand out. If you look at what we did yesterday, we scratched SMART, when we wanted to create or discuss project brief. But it's beyond just using it to create a project brief or using it to run a project. It's something that we need to learn and apply it in our everyday life. Why so many of us fail in so many of our endeavors is because we are not defining the objective of what we are doing, our initiatives. The objective. Somebody now is say he will prepare his bag, is going to Abuja. You tell the person, what are you going to Abuja? What is the purpose of going to Abuja? Well, I want to go to Abuja now to look for work. Anything I see, I'm tired of staying at home. Yeah, opportunities are there. So I'm going to Abuja to find something, greener pasture. That is vague. That is too generic for you to pack your bag, leave your comfort zone, enter a journey, take the risk and go to Abuja. That is a big project. And we just define it like that. Of course, you'll be in Abuja for 10 years and you are still perambulating. Yeah, the same thing. Some people will hustle, I want to travel abroad. What are you coming to abroad to do? To hustle. How? Hustle how? Anything I say I do, until we get there. You find out that you go to abroad, you keep on hustling. You don't even know when you've arrived. You don't even know when you get what you wanted because you did not define what you want to achieve. And it's the same thing. Some people will get a job. You continue doing the job. Every day, you pack your laptop or what, you go to job. You stay there from morning to evening, you go home. You continue. You do not have any purpose. You don't even know why you are working. But some people, if you tell them, well, this job, in my target in this job is to make sure that I start earning at least 500,000. You see, they are now defining their targets. How much? By the time they start the job, they might not be earning up to 200,000. Maybe they just started with 150,000. But you can see this person got a target, 500,000. That is, the guy is very specific with numbers. So, in 5 years, I want to be earning up to 500,000 in this job. And then I should be able to buy a car, start building a house, and get married. And in next 15 years, I'll be resigning for this job to start my own business with maybe say 3 million. I'll be saving it from this job. I'll be saving up to 50,000 every month. Before then, I'll see maybe. So if you look at this person, I don't see the reason why this person will not be a success. Because the person with even that little job You see the way the person has packaged himself. Yeah. That is the way smart objective. But another person getting that job, you do not hear, we don't get job, thank God. Whenever we get enough money now, we will see what we can do with it. That is it. You will never get enough money. It can never be enough. And you find yourself, you are in this job, 15 years, you start attacking Tinubu, this bad government. No. The little you have, you plan it. Plan it very well. You see people, they enter university. They enter university. They give me mass communication. Yeah. When we graduate now, we start looking for work. They say, yeah, left mass communication. Anyhow, we just have to graduate sharp, and no direction. But some people will always, yeah, I want to go to university to study business analysis. And I want to make 2-1. I want to graduate in 4 years. While studying business analysis in the university, before I graduate, I need to do an internship to get work experience before graduation so that I'll be more marketable in the labor market. I need to do one certification to back it up before I graduate. These are, all of them are undergraduates. So the other one is when they graduate now. But the other one is telling you what is going to, that is objective. That is the way it should be. So I know so many of us are not approaching our life that way. And it might be the reason why we're having challenges. You know, even in our marriage, even in our work, even in raising our children. You just have children. You don't even have purpose for them. You just send them to school. No planning for them. All these children are your projects. Every of them are different projects for you. You assess every of them to know where they belong. This one, I don't think you are very good in academics. And the way I be wanting, yeah, I have to put you in football academy. You know? Yeah, after so many years in academy, you are trying to get him from this academy to, for maybe Chelsea Academy or Emirates Academy, or these are things. The other one, yeah, I want you to, you are very good. You are going to study mechanical engineering. So you need to have a purpose with time duration, following it up. They cannot just put them in any school because you have a target. There's something you want them to achieve. But you are just sending your children to school. Yeah, they finish secondary school. They go to university, that's it. So anyhow, we bring anyhow results. And when they come back, no job, you start comparing them with their peers. You finished, you are at home. Mike, Okeke's son, graduated, you've gotten a job. And you are still here, eating, Papa, thank you, thanks, thank me. But you didn't know how Okeke packaged that boy. You didn't know. You didn't know effort, the approach. You want to get the same result Okeke is getting from his son, but you didn't put the same results or the same approach Okeke put. Then you are now blaming your son, but you are the one who failed in your project. These are the things. So that's why I said that smart is beyond just using it for project. It's something that can transform our lives, all of us here, if you apply it very well. And that is why it is very important that at the beginning of a project, we need to apply it to understand the project and have direction. Every project, you must understand the objectives, the goal, not in a vague, or you must understand it as a professional. So let's look at this SMART in details. Okay. What is SMART? What's the full meaning of SMART? This SMART means S is standing for specific, just like we showed yesterday. M for measurable. A for achievable. R for relevant, and T for time bound. And as a professional business analyst, as a professional problem solver, any initiative, any project, any endeavor you want to lay your hands on, you must measure it with this SMART and come up with SMART goal or SMART objective. You see specific? Specific here stands very clear definition. You see, very clear definition, no room for interpretation. So no room for interpretation, so means that it cannot have different interpretation, this or that. It must be specific. Measurable. We should never define goal that cannot be measured. What do we mean measure? It must be quantified. It must come with figure. Like I said, I want a job that can give me 500,000. Yes. Even if we are looking for a job and you have the opportunity to talk about terms and conditions, they will always ask you, how much do you want to be paid? Those people asking you how much is another interview to find out if you really know what SMART is. They want you to be specific in how much you want to earn. Some people will say, well, anything, you are not a good bargainer. You are not a businessman. Some people will even disqualify because, no, you tell them that, yeah, I want to be paid. If you want to, yeah, give them room, say between 60 to 70K within this range. You are specific within the range of pay you want to earn. Or if you want to be very, very specific and with measure, you say 75K. Now, they know you know your what. They will start bargaining. Say no, please take 70K. You say no. You are specific in what you want. You know your what. So many of us do not know our what in the labor market. Anything goes for you. As I am now, I don't take any job. Yeah, that job must cross my threshold. You know? Yeah, I must cross my threshold. And that is my what. That is being specific. If you want to use percentage, and maybe you want to measure the increase or the gain or the success, you then have to use percentage. For instance, if a company sells, a company sells growth in 1 year is 5%, meaning that it's not growing. The company is really struggling. The sales growth is 5%. Now, they bring you to find a solution, and you design a CRM system to help them get more customers, find lead, manage them, and make more sales. The purpose of this CRM, you must have a measure which is at the end of this CRM system, the company sales should grow from 5% to 45%. That is what we say measurable. It must have a figure. Achievable here, the ideal balance between possible and challenging. Any project you are undertaking must be achievable. It must be achievable because the company hired you. Please put yourself on mute. Please, Obasi, you're on mute.
Sorry.
Please yourself on mute to be Obasi. So, when we talk about achievable, is it achievable? There must be a clear indicator that this project must be achievable. This solution you are trying to implement, you are bringing to the organization, is it achievable? If you say that is achievable, you need to look at, okay, you want to implement a CRM system for a company. And the company have told you that our budget, the only thing we can afford is £10,000 in this project. So any solution you are bringing in, like if you look at CRM system in the market, there are CRM system you can implement with £1,000. There's one you can implement with £5,000. There's one you can implement with £10,000. There's one you can implement with 50,000. Even some, like when we talk about SAP is very complex, but once you've been able to implement it, you are sure to expect results. And it's going to take time to implement. And to get people who can do it, it's very difficult to get people who knows how to configure SAP very well. But if you manage to get people who can configure it very well, then be sure of success. So what am I mean? This kind of solution is very costly and it takes time to implement. So if you are looking for a solution, you want sharp, within 3 to 4 months, the CRM system is running, then you need to look at the cost as well. So you look at the budget. These are the things you need to look. If you are not looking at SAP, that requires at least 100,000, and you have to make sure you bend down to get the good developers. It's going to take time, like 1 year, 2 years to get it running smoothly. So that is it achievable? You bring this solution to the organization that you want them to implement. Is it achievable? This solution you are bringing to the organization as a business analyst to adopt, is it achievable? Of course, looking at all the factors, you can say that is not achievable. So if you dabble into that kind of project, you will end up not succeeding. Yes, because it's not achievable. relevant, always in line with the company's goal and objective. Project objective is different from company's objective, company's overall objective. But you must make sure that the project objective aligns with company's objective. Profitability. Some companies, their objective is not profitability. If you are looking for a high profit solution, some people don't, some organization do not need high profitable solutions. They need just sustainable solutions. Some companies we know are non-profit oriented, like British Foundation. Any of you are trying to bring aggressive marketing, aggressive profitability, is not for them, because that is not their overall vision, mission, and objective. They want sustainability. They don't want aggressive profits. That is not their main goal. So you must make sure your projects or your solution, because what we are always bringing as BAs are solution. We are bringing solution to problems. At times, we are called solution architects. If you go to internet, you type solution architect, is BAs. You call us different name. Can even be called, some people call us software engineers, or is BAs, whatever they, but we are there to bring solution, bring change, positive change. And then the last of this SMART, which is T, is time bound. So within specific time frame, allowing us to establish the deadline. So every solution, every project we are going to run, we must understand the time frame to get it done. If it's 6 months and we are planning for a solution that will take us 1 year, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Time frame should work within the time. How can you enter university and you know that this course is a 4 years duration and you are planning to graduate in 2 years? How? How are you planning to do that? Then it's a 4 years course and you want to spend 6 years in the university. Are you serious? You must look at the time duration. In anything you are doing, you look at the time. Whatever you are doing must be done within the time frame. It must be within the time frame. Like, for instance, during COVID-19, you are planning a project. They tell you that the next wave of COVID-19 is coming in 1 month, in 1 month's time. And they tell you to vaccinate everybody within this local council. That is their project, to vaccinate them. Everything you are going to do is going to be within 1 month before the next wave. That next wave coming, anybody who is not vaccinated is likely to die. So you need to work within that time. If you are planning to vaccinate within 3 months, then you are inviting trouble. I told you my wedding is this December. I've given you dates from now to December, get my wedding sorted. Then you start planning to import a tent from UK. All these things we are going to use for the wedding. Maybe I'm a big man. All these things will take time before you import it from China or this and that. We don't have time for that. We see the container capsize or this. You don't need that kind of, so looking at the time frame, you don't have time for this kind of risk. Meaning you need to plan within local markets, whatever you can do within the local market because of time. So this is why we have to apply the SMART. Is just like the name is SMART, is smart. I want you to see why some people think better than others. It's because of the knowledge you know, what you can apply. Believe me, any of you here who start applying this in your life, and after 1 year, you do not see a change, then call me and tell me that I don't know that this is how you lie, and even tell me to reform your money with interest. This thing you are looking at like this, these techniques is magic and is not costly to apply. And this is what we should be learning, even from the university. Everybody should learn it, even the children, as they are planning to enter university, they should know how to apply all these things in their daily lives. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the details. So by end of this, just like we've done, we should be able to learn the importance of SMART definition in our businesses. We should be able to describe SMART framework for goal setting, apply SMART criteria to create effective business objectives, distinguish between poorly written SMART and good ones, and develop SMART objective for business analysis projects. Yeah, so these are things we plan to achieve, and we're going to be a bit faster. So SMART or business objective is clearly statement describing what an organization wants to achieve within a specific time period. Yeah, it says statement what organization try to achieve, which is a project within a specific time period. Every project should be within specific time period. Business objectives provide direction for projects and ensure that every activity contributes to the organizational strategic goal, which we've already stated. Whatever that little project you are trying to implement must align with the final or the strategic goal. Before gathering requirement or proposing solution, a business analyst must understand why the project exists. Yeah, what success looks like. Too many of us do not understand this. Why are we even starting this project? Every project, before you start the project, you must visualize how the ending should look like, just like what we said in our project brief. Without clear objectives, projects lose direction. Yes, it loses direction. Team, have difficulties or different expectations, because there is no, you see people will start arguing because from the beginning, the definition of the objective is not clear, it's vague. And that's why you see people argue a lot in a project, because they are strong. Everybody have their own interpretation. No. Everybody must have one interpretation from the beginning. Lord, like I say, you must not see it from different lengths while I'm seeing it from the different. Before we start, we must agree this is the objective. Everybody understand it. And that's why it's important that you business analysts must understand it. Because everybody is expecting. If you don't give us a clear, smart objective, definitely everybody is going to struggle. Success cannot be measured if we don't have SMART, like success. Like I said, you must know what you call success. What do you call success? How many percent increase do you want from sales after this? How much do you want to earn? Your first job as a graduate, how much is your target? Anything is not a success. Anything can be, anything cannot even pay your rent. So you must have a target. You should be able to earn this amount of money. Then you know what you are looking for in the labor market. There are jobs that can give you that kind of money. That is what we call success. Time and resources may be wasted if there is no clear objectives. Like I said, you are going to Abuja to hustle. How? How? Before you leave your house, you are going to Abuja, you must know what you are going to Abuja to do. You must have a place you want to stay. You must know what you want to achieve within 1 year in Abuja. You just carry a bag and going to Abuja. If you don't have, you might waste your time. Even the money you saved, you might end up, that's why you see some people, they travel to the city just a few months or few years after traveling to the city, they make their way back to the village. Because they didn't know, they find what they are going to the city to do. Why business objective matters? Clearly defined business objectives help organization in aligning projects with strategic goals, improve decision making, prioritize requirements. Yes, prioritizing requirements. If you have good objectives, you know that every requirement are not in the same capacity. Some are more important than others based on the objective. So the more important requirement should be on top. Measure project success, which I've been saying, should be able to measure the success. Improve stakeholder communication. Yes, if you understand the objectives, then you should know people to talk to in order to get this job done. That is stakeholder communication. If your target is to get a job in Lagos after graduation, to get a banking job, then you should know whom to communicate with. As you are going to Lagos, you should be going to secondary school to be submitting CVs, because you are not looking for teaching job. That is being specific. You have to go to banks to submit applications. If you are looking for a job, you should be banking jobs. If you need to talk to people, so you need to get, for you to get things done, you need to communicate to the right people. That is it. Right people. Monitor performance using KPI. As your project is progressing, you need to monitor performance. What is performance? How close am I to my target? As things are looking, are you close to your target? Looking at the time frame, looking at the budget, looking at what you have spent already, are you close? This is it. How many people are responding positively to your direction? So you should be able to monitor the progress as you are progressing. There are key deliverables you should, be checking before For instance, me entering university to study business analysis with 2-1, because I have to graduate with 2-1, and I have to do internship, and I have to do certification before graduating, before I go out to the labor market. This will give me edge to get a good job that should pay me starting from 500,000. How do you measure such things? You have to start looking at your result as your first year result is coming out. You must make sure you start from first year. You are recording A's in all the subjects. Yes. If first year results, you should make sure that you are comfortably first class in your first year. If you are comfortably first class in first year, then that is a key indicator that, yes, you are making headways to 2-1. Even if you get to second year, maybe second year, you had challenges, maybe things didn't work, financial crisis hits your family or things like that. You have to go get extra work to support yourself, and you are a bit distracted, and you find yourself in second year, your GP, you are making 2-2. Looking at first year, you are still comfortable. So you must build to make sure you are there. But if in first year, all your results is pass, carry over, pass, and you want to go and make first class, graduate in 4 years, get 2-1, it's not looking possible. So these are indicators. Scoring A's are good indicators. These are some of the things you are going to be monitoring. Deliver measurable values. Measurable values is a part of the indicator, just like I said, using a university student trying to graduate with 2-1. Your results are measurable values. Are you getting it? Are you checking the boxes? So, yeah, this is why it matters. We need to use a SMART to understand the objectives. So let's look at examples of objectives. 4 objectives. Improve customer service. This objective is not clear. Improve customer service. Yes, but it's vague. Questions immediately arises. Improve by how much? By when? How will the improvement be measured? Yeah. So if you want to improve something, you must state how it's going to be improved, who is going to improve it, and the measurement. Just like I say, percentage increase in this and that. Better business objectives of this improving customer service is reduce customer complaint resolution time by 25%. So if you want to increase customer service, you must have a percentage, that is measurement. As we are looking at SMART, M, you say M here is, you must measure it. 25% within 6 months through the implementation of a new CRM system. Of course, you cannot compare these two objectives. Yeah, cannot compare them. So this is good objective. Good one. And this is for objectives. Improve customer service. Yeah, you can see it happens a lot. Yeah, we're looking for a business analyst that will help us to improve customer service. And you see so many companies do that. They publish in their whole job description, we are looking for a customer, a business analyst that will help to improve the customer service. Just there, a whole organization will just put it there. They are looking in the job description. So in that case, you see that you business analysts will have a lot of questions to ask during the interview time because it's very vague. You might apply for the job because you are looking for the job, but during the interview, they will ask, do you have any question? If you are a very clever business analyst, you will tell them, how do you measure this improvement? How do we measure this improvement? What is success looks like for you people? And some of them, you see them, they start struggling. They're the one trying to hire you, but you see them, they start struggling to answer the question because they themselves, they don't understand SMART. Some of them, they are there to hire a business analyst, but they do not even have any item solution they have in mind. You might ask them, what kind of solution do you have any kind of solution in mind? They will say no. Some people say, well, you see that they are struggling. But you see a very smart company that knows what they are doing. If you look at the job description, you don't even need, you already know what they are requiring. They need a business analyst that knows how to implement a CRM system, have good knowledge of CRM system, and they want you to do this in 6 months. And this is what they want to achieve. You need to drive success. At least whatever model, the configuration, features you want to adopt during the implementation of CRM system, it should be able to drive success. That customer complaint resolution should be able to reduce, even if you need to apply automation during the CRM system, it should be able to drive success, reducing complaint by 25%. You already know what they are looking for. You can't just go there and be asking unnecessary questions because it's very clear. So, this is the main reason why this SMART exists. Because if you look at the market let us not just look at ourselves individually and look at the market. You find out that the smart is not even existing in the market. Few companies are using smart. So many government agencies, they don't even know what smart is. And that's why you see a lot of problems everywhere, you know? So we've already discussed this smart. I've already explained it, so there is no need of overflogging it. Yeah, so that is it. The smart, specific, measurement, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We've explained it in the diagram. Yeah, so let's take it one after the other. Now we have specific. A smart objective should clearly state what will be achieved. Avoid vague statements such as improve quality, increase efficiency, make customer happy. All these are fine, but make customer happy how? Increase efficiency how? Improve quality, how do you measure quality when the quality is improved? So you just come and say, I want to implement so that we are going to improve quality. You will see some of this in our CV. Improve quality, increase efficiency, make customer happy. Even in the exam, you can write all these things and you come and be beating your chest. I gave them assignments. Not be me. But all these things are vague. They are too generic. They are generic for a professional. So end up using this as who is involved. What do we want to achieve? Where will it happen? That is the solution. When should it be completed? That is time bound, and why is it important? So start with this kind of question. This kind of question will generate you the kind of answer you need. For instance, you come to a stakeholder, because these are what we are going to be doing every day as a business analyst, to gather requirements, ask questions. As a matter of fact, a business analyst should be asking more dangerous questions than the journalists. You see journalists, the way they ask questions, or even detectives, the way they ask questions. At times people will say no comment when a journalist is asking, because they are trained to ask questions that brings quality answer, brings, measurable answer, specific answer. This is the kind of question you should be asking when you are with your stakeholders during requirement gathering. Example, for objective, increase sales. Smart version, increase online software subscription sales within the UK market. They are not the same thing. So if you want to be specific, this is more specific. Increase sales is not, but this, looking at the smart version, is very specific. It didn't just say sales. It says online sales, meaning they want to use online platform, online software subscription. They are not telling you to increase sales, go to train station and be sharing flyers. That is not what they are saying. To increase sales, they are not saying go to trade fair. That is not, they said online. It should be online. Meaning that it's an online platform, says within Where? UK. Mean that this company is operating in UK, even if it's a remote job, you are joining them as a remote professional. They are not talking about their US market. Some of you will go in this kind of interview, they told you we are looking for somebody that can help us increase sales in UK. You say them, I'm a very good sales. I can even help you people to expand in the US and Canada. No, they say UK, meaning they might not have. So if you are talk about the market. Once you start talking about US market, your experience in US market, how you conquer the US market, how you've been operating in China. If they are looking for someone experienced, yes, you might be very good in China, but they are talking about UK market. That is being specific. Try to show them your experience in UK. That is more relevant, more specific. Okay, measurable. A measurable objective must include measurable criteria so progress can be tracked. So, like I said, in measurable already, it must show kind of figure from 1 to 2, from 1 customer to 5 customers after the implementation of the solution, from 5% to 50%, measurable. I'm now enrolled in business analyst bootcamp. At the moment, my salary is 150,000 every month. I'm looking at, by the time I finish this business analysis bootcamp, I should be able to get a promotion in my company or get another job that can be paying me 1 million. Can you see the measurable here? From 150,000 to 1 million. That is your target. That is your objective. It must be specific and it must be measured. Yes. So you can look at the figure or the percentage. So how much? That's what you're going to ask. How many? What KPI will measure the success? Like I said, figure can be percentage. How will we know the objective has been achieved? Yes, you can see the changes. You must always apply as is and to be. As is means the current state and the future state. You are now, this is where you are, 150,000 currently. I start this bootcamp. After 6 months of this bootcamp or 1 year, I want to be earning 1 million. Yes. That is measurable. That is clear, very clear. So, example of measurable indicators include revenue, which we stated, sales, customer satisfaction, net profit score, customer retention, progress time, error rate, number of users, cost savings. All these can be measured with figure or percentage. Revenue, percentage sales, customer satisfaction rate, net performance score rate, customer retention rate. How many customers can you retain after getting this CRM? Processing time is taking you 5 hours to write a letter, official letter or report. But After the implementation of AI assistant, it's now taking you 2 hours, or it's now taking you even 30 minutes or 1 hour to write a letter. So that is processing time. You see that the solution has drastically reduced the time. Error rate, you used to have a lot of errors in your invoices, a lot of errors. But when you start using online invoice integrated in the ERP, it has reduced the error rate. These are the things. Number of users. How many people subscribe to your system after the CRM system? From 2,000 followers to 200 followers. That is measurable. Cost savings. You spend 10,000 pounds every year for sales and for marketing campaign. But now we are using AI. You spend only 1,000 pounds for subscription. So now we are saving almost 8,000 to 9,000 pounds. Check out the rate of the savings. So you must be able to measure things like that. If you are not measuring it, there is no way you can know you've achieved something. That's why whenever you are writing CV, you must show results. What you have achieved, that is achievement, and the result, it must be clearly in your CV. As a business, even anybody, even as a project, you must show what you have brought to table. For all the jobs you have, or everywhere you have worked, they want to see the results, measurable results. You said you are a business analyst in Facebook and Google for 2 years. At the bottom of the CV, you must show results, what you brought to table. Within that 2 years, you worked with Google or Facebook. That is what we call measurable. Example here, clear example here is increase monthly website visitor from 20,000 to 30,000. Yeah. Progress can now be measured. That is what measurable. So that is the M of SMART. You should know what it is now, and then achievable. Achievable. Objective should be challenging but realistic. Ask, do we have the required resources? Do we have sufficient budget? Do we have the necessary skills? Has this been achieved before? What risk should prevent this success? So you cannot say, yes, we are going to do that. You, like I said earlier, you want to adopt SAP CRM system that is very complex, that requires high-trained developer or consultant to, or technical expert to implement. Based on historical data, it can take minimum of 1 year to implement. That is what you want to adopt. And the subscription rate, looking at everything, we're looking at 100,000. And this company that invited you to work with them is a small company, is a startup that want to implement a CRM system with just 10,000 pounds. And then you are looking at how realistic are you? It's not possible. You are bound to fail if you venture to, start implementing this kind of solution for them. It's not possible. No matter how intelligent you are, you've not set yourself out there to fail. So these are questions you need to ask. Example, not achievable. Increase revenue by 20,000% next month. How possible? Who does that? 2,000% next month, just next month. So these are the kind of things you see that is not achievable. But increase revenue by 12% over the next financial quarter. That is very much realistic. If you come to me and tell me, I will increase your company revenue by 2,000, I'm not going to look at you. How? If you can do that for me, then why are you here? You should have doubled your life so many times. So this is not realistic. It's not measurable. So it's not. But looking at increasing by 12% in the next 6 months, yeah, it looks, yes, you can say, okay, explain. Even at this 12%, we want you to tell us how. Then relevant here. Objectives should support the organizational overall strategy and business priorities. The question you need to ask here, does this objective support our business goal? Does it solve the identified business problem? Does it deliver value? Is it aligned with stakeholder priority? Yes. It must align with the overall strategic goal. If it does not, then it's not relevant. Example, if an organization's strategy is digital transformation, an objective such as reduce paperwork processed by 80% is highly relevant because they are in digital transformation. So you need to adopt a solution that will help them to reduce paperwork. You can say that it's highly in line. Every company has strategic goal, strategic objective. Even if some can tell you that this year, this is our mission, our strategic goal for the next 5 years. Yeah, companies that are serious, this is how you understand their strategic goal. Anything you are doing must align, you must key in to the strategic goal. Time bound is all about the duration for the project. You must make sure that whatever you are bringing, the solution you are bringing in, can be achieved within a time frame. Every objective must have clear deadline. Deadlines create urgency and enable progress monitoring. These are the questions that need to be asked. When will the work begin? And when should it finish? That is understanding the time frame. And what milestones should be achieved? Yes. These are the things. That's why we create, this will help us to create what we call work breakdown structure, and a quality project plan where we have milestones. Example, increase customer retention by 10% before 31st December. You already know the duration. I invited you. I want my wedding done by December 27th. Yes. If you are planning for a suit that will arrive by January next year, you know that you just want to spoil, just want to mess me up, you know, because I say December. And then you are telling me that, sorry, Oga, this suit has not, the Italian suit we're expecting is not yet arrived. Why are you going for it? I said, I didn't say anything you need to do for the wedding to be within this period of time. So you have all this time to plan. They contracted you to vaccinate the whole people in Buckingham Dagenham Council here in London because they want to protect the citizen, according to a report and from the research that the next wave of COVID-19 is going to hit in the next 2 months. And government is not planning another close down. They want everybody to be vaccinated. And now it's now planning a vaccination program that will take 6 months. So that's not, you are not being realistic. You are not looking at it. You are not being time bound. So the objective is not time bound. So complete SMART example. General objective is the general objective here. Yeah. Improve customer service. That is, yeah, you want to, it's a very big, it's a very good objective, but it's not smart. Yeah, it's good, but not smart. You want to improve customer service. The smart one is this one. Smart objective. Increase customer satisfaction score from 85% to 90% by implementing a new CRM system before 31st March 2027, supported by staff training and automated customer support workflow. Can you see that? Can you compare these two objectives? This one is coming from this particular SMART is coming from just somebody from the street. Yeah, and you are not a street guy. You are a trained business analyst. So your own shouldn't be this way. This is how it should look. So this objective is SMART, is specific, improve customer satisfaction using CRM, that is being specific, is measurable, increase from 82% to 90%. You see the measure, like I said, always use percentage or figure. Achievable, supported by technology and training. Relevant, improve customer experience, and time bound. It should be completed by 31st March 2027. So this is how you should work as a business analyst. before you start any project and you are not capturing it like this, if anything happened to that project, do not hold me. You hold yourself responsible because you set yourself up. You know, some people set themselves up. You set yourself up for failure in that project. So, smart examples in CRM implementation: business problem. Sales staff are missing follow-up opportunities, resulting in loss of revenue. This is the problem. Then in this is the smart. Increase the number of qualified sales lead record in the CRM system by 15% within the next 6 months through improved lead capture, automated workflow, and staff training. This is another example. So let's see another example. Smart example in business analysis. Project. Online banking upgrade. Smart objective here: reduce online transaction failure from 5% to 1% within 9 months by upgrading the banking platform and improving the system reliability. Smart objective in health care. The business objective here: reduce average patient waiting time from 60 minutes to 35 minutes within 12 months through improved appointment scheduling and digital self-service check-in. That is another one. Then another smart. I try to capture as so many smart as possible in different industries so that it will help you to be more grounded, more versatile in different industries. Smart example in education. Here is a smart objective written from the perspective of a university student. Specific: I want to earn a bachelor's degree in business analysis and develop the knowledge and practical skill required to become a professional business analyst. That is the specific. Measurable: I will successfully complete all required modules, achieved at least a second-class honor 2-1, completed an internship, and obtained at least 1 professional certification before graduation. That is the measurable. The measurable here is at least 2-1. If I'm not making 2-1, so you should be seeing yourself. If you are going to make 2-1, you know if you are going to make 2-1. From your result, the first result that is coming out, you know if you are 2-1 or not. If you are 2-1, if you are slipping away from 2-1, you can work extra hard. So you know this is highly measurable from your results. Achievable: I will attend lectures regularly, study at least 15 hours each week, complete all coursework on time, seek academic support when needed, and participate in internship and university projects. So you set yourself for good success, making sure that 15 hours every week, when others are going to Emirates Stadium to watch Arsenal, some going to, you are there studying, trying to make sure that you are putting in 15 hours every week, and you are seriously looking for where to do your internship, while others are seriously traveling during holidays, going to Abuja, going to Lagos, you are looking, or you have started your internship, free internship, and you make sure that you submit your coursework is not lastminute.com. Some people is that they say the course portal, like here in UK, where they submit assignments or coursework, it closes once you say the coursework portal closes by 3 p.m. Even if it's 1 second to it's closed and it's closed, it's automatically carry over for you. So some people will call them lastminute.com. You see them, they will be running. Then I want to submit, but they have like 2 weeks to do this assignment and submit. So you yourself, you make sure that 1 week you already submitted yours on time if you want to succeed. All this is looking at all this effort, you see that it's highly achievable. Relevant. These objectives align with my long-term career goal of becoming a successful business analyst and improving my employment opportunities. This will set you up for grabbing at least 1 million naira job every month. I have so many of my students who are in Nigeria working as BAs and project manager. As a matter of fact, I know a lady, she's before she become a project manager, she was, because she's no longer practicing pharmacy. She was a pharmacist with a pharmaceutical store. And she got a job with this American company. For 6 years now, this lady has been bringing, she started from $3,000 and is now $4,000 every month, because she worked so hard to become a project manager, and within all these things, she achieved this. She became a project manager within 6 months and got that job. And since then, she's been bringing at least $3,000 to $4,000 home every month. That is smart. Some people, when I say this lady is so low, if I don't know how, maybe after our smart training or our smart topic, she decided to smart her life and it started happening. Some people that did that boot camp, some people have forgotten that they even have anything digital skill in their life. Because Mr. Charles, I don't even understand it. Let me just hold job security. No. You just stick to this. You are teaching is a security. At least I'm going to get a pension. You know, let me stick to this one. Hold it. This thing that Mr. Charles is talking, I don't understand. These are people who do not have any smart in their career goal. And then time bound. I will complete my degree and achieve this objective within 4 years, graduating by the end of the program. Yeah, that is a smart, a complete smart objective. I enrolled at the university to obtain a bachelor's degree in business analysis, achieve at least a second-class honor 2-1, completed an industrial attachment, that's what we call it in Nigeria, internship, and earn a professional certification within 4 years so that I can secure employment as a business analyst after graduation. So you see how this smart looks and very, very good. Why this is very, very smart, specific, obtain business analysis degree and prepare for business analyst career. Measurable to 1, yes. Complete an internship and professional certification. These are measures. Once you get these internships, is another feather on your cap. Professional certification, another measure, and achievable, supported by regular studies, attendance, practical experience, and relevant, directly support the student career aspiration. Time bound for it. Very smart. I call it a very smart student. Smart example in AI. Reduce manual invoice processing time by 60% within 8 months through the implementation of AI-powered document processing solution. And here we have smart versus non-smart. Yeah, poor objective, increase sales. Smart, increase online sales by 15%. And yeah, guys, you guys should excuse me for a moment. My laptop battery is going down and my charger is not full. Just a moment, I'll be back in a moment. Zara, please give me a charger. All right, yeah, guys, I'm back. So let's look at smart versus non-smart. Non-smart, increase sales. Smart, increase online sales by 15% within 12 months. Smart, improve customer service. No, sorry, not smart, increase customer service. Smart, increase customer satisfaction from 84% to 92% by December 2027. Non-smart, reduce cost. Smart, reduce operational cost by 10% during the next financial year. Non-smart, improve productivity. Smart, increase employee productivity by 20% through workflow automation within 6 months. Non-smart, improve CRM. Smart, improve qualified CRM lead by 15% within 6 months. So we can see the difference. Common mistakes when writing smart objectives. Avoid objectives that are too vague, not measurable, impossible to achieve, unrelated to business strategy, missing a deadline. Focus on activities rather than business outcome. Example, implement a CRM system. Yeah, this describe an activity, not value it delivers. And the better one is increase customer retention by 10% within 1 year through the implementation of a CRM system. And best practice in SMART, align objectives with the organizational strategic goal. Focus on business outcome rather than the project activity. What is the outcome? Like what we are talking about yesterday that Mr. Chris said I didn't understand, which is business outcome or project outcome. That is what we call deliverable. The end result of every activity is what we call deliverable. That is what we call outcome. So what you say, do not focus on the activity. The activity is the task. So that's the difference between activity or task and deliverable. In some cases, some people mix up activity or mix up task with deliverable. Task is not a deliverable. Task is the activity. The process of getting things done, that is a task. Deliverable is the outcome of every task. And what this SMART is saying is, for us to be smart, do not focus on the activity. Focus on the outcome, the final result, which is the deliverable. And that is where so many of us are making mistakes when we try to get the objective. You look at all the activities that need to be done without even looking at what that need to be achieved. After all, as a matter of fact, first to look at the deliverable, the outcome, before you start looking for activity that aligns with that particular deliverable. A deliverable activity might turn out to produce different results from here. So that's why you have to focus on the deliverable. Use measurable KPI, which will talk about percentages or thereabouts, metrics, call it metrics. Ensure objectives are agreed by stakeholders and review objectives regularly and adjust if business priorities change. Yeah, you have to review it regularly, more especially if you are working within agile environment that will have high changing business requirements. Keep objectives clear, concise, and easy to understand. You see, when some people they write objective, they might end up writing one full page. They say that is the objective of this project. Big grammar, but no metrics, no KPI, no, it's just big grammar. That's not a smart objective. So if you look at the way I capture this SMART here for this university, you see here, it's very simple. I use table to itemize it, and it's very simple. Nobody who sees this will say, come and explain this to me, because it's very simple. This math is very simple. Even somebody who is not a business analyst is going to understand this math. If you hand over this math to an undergraduate, say, adopt this if you want to do well. This is a very big, this is a kind of gift we should be giving like students. Some students, you give them 100,000, they are going to value that 100,000 than this math example here, because they don't. But some people who understand this math here is more than 1 million. If you give it to students who understand this, in 4 years, go and look at how that student, what the person has become. When I give somebody this and give the other person one, some people will go and rush 100,000. In the next 4 years, they are still telling you, they'll be the one in social media attacking Tinubu and the family, how they destroy their destiny. They will join Gege. I hope I got Gege, and be attacking Tinubu, have destroyed their destiny. But no, nobody has the right to destroy it, no matter the country you find yourself, because you is an embodiment of knowledge made out of the image of God. So nobody has the power, nobody. As I am now, no matter where I find myself, it's not because I'm in UK. No, it's not because I'm in UK. Anywhere, based on the kind of knowledge I possess, I don't think anybody have got the power to destroy me. It's only God one that's it. Because we must always find a way. God has given us that knowledge. More especially this kind of knowledge, apply this kind of knowledge. And that's why I say that a business analyst and other people are not, you should not be thinking the same way. If you become a business analyst, like I say, if you, after being a business analyst, and you are still thinking the way you are thinking, I don't know what to say, but me, all this knowledge helped me to become what I am today. Immediately I understand how all these things, I told myself that before I get to the age of 50, I'm not going to be working for anybody again. I should be working for my company. Even if I need to work, it should be consulting contract, but I should have my companies. And I started, well, I gave myself time frame, you know. And at the age of 45, I already have companies. Yeah, I struggle, some will fail, I will get up, I will fail, I will do this, it wasn't easy, but I gave myself target, measurable targets, you know. And I'm not just registering companies, I have globally standard companies, you know. I have up to 4 here in UK and have up to 3 in Nigeria. Everything is because I become a business analyst. I started seeing opportunities. I started keying in different opportunities. It wasn't easy. This is where I put in my money. Some people might want to be building duplexes here and there, buying, but me, I'm developing businesses. Some buying, I know that I don't have property, but this is because I gave myself these targets. And I hit the target even before the time frame, because I followed it judiciously. That is it. So if you want to be successful, you must have objective. Your life objective. Your life is a project. Give yourself objective, smart objective. If you are not meeting the objective, looking at your KPI, measurable indices, you should be peeing on your pants. You should be sweating. You shouldn't take it easy. You should be making sacrifices to hit your target. That is the way SMART works. And that is it for tonight. This is going to help us because once you understand it very well, every other thing is added. So these are a retail company wants to improve its online business, right? SMART objective for the following initiatives: increase online sales, improve customer satisfaction, reduce delivery delay, increase website traffic, improve employee productivity. For each objective, identify SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Yeah. Take away from this, business objective defines what an organization wants to achieve and provide direction. Yeah. The SMART framework ensures that objectives are specific, measurable, and achievable, and relevant and time-bound. Well-written, SMART enable effective planning, stakeholder alignment, and performance measurement. Business analysts use SMART objectives to ensure project delivers measurable business value rather than simply completing activities. So many projects we do, we just complete activities. This is my responsibility. You follow your focus. Whatever is your responsibility must key in to the outcome, which is the final project deliverable. Every successful project brings with a clear, measurable, and strategic aligned business objective. Every successful project, yes, successful project. And I'm challenging you, if you want your child to be a success, apply SMART. Manage your child like a project as the business analyst you are, and see results. Compare your child with other children, the way you apply SMART. No child is said to be a failure. Yes, no child. Well, it depends on the way they were raised. Some people believe that it's the duty of teachers to train their child. It's not the duty of teachers to train your children and package your children. It's not school that are going to package your children. It's you, you know? So thank you for attending tonight's class. And if you have questions, raise your hand. All right. Yeah, any question?
No, it was clear. It was clear.
Okay. So, Mr. Chris, I hope we are going to start applying SMART, you know.
Charles, thank you. You did a good job today. Sorry for what happened yesterday. Sorry.
No.
Thank you. You did a very good job today. I must say, I'm not trying to find faults. I'm happy with what you did today. Thank you.
No. If you have, like I said, you have rights to air. That's why, even if it takes me like 3 hours to deliver a lecture, I must make room for question and answer. That is the golden rule. and every question should be respected, you know. So yeah, because it's one of the things we are going to be doing as a business analyst. To be honest with you, by the time you become a business analyst, you find out that at times within you, you want to punch, you know, a stakeholder, you know, because some of them are going to be asking some irrelevant question. And one of the things we are going to be doing is to be a good listener, you know, be a good listener. And it's important we are good listeners. So yeah, no, like I said, it's fine. And this particular topic is a very special, as a matter of fact, when you start looking at business and every topic in business analysis is very, very important, because business analysis is something that, if I'm the president of Nigeria today, as a matter of fact, every course must build around business, even medicine, everything, because this is what the society need. Everybody need business analysis. It's extremely important. Before I become a business, I see so many companies, everywhere you go, even here in UP, you see one local government to have up to 10 business analysts. What is going on? But they need to solve problems. Every local council have so many problems. As a matter of fact, all the Nigerian local government, if you come to Nigeria, state government do not have business analysts. Local council, no business, federal government, no. How are we solving our problems? Every local government should be generating revenue, serious revenue. But everybody, they are not generating thinkable. They are waiting for allocation from federal government. They sell oil. If they don't sell oil, people, as a matter of fact, the whole Nigeria is feeding Nigeria. Every Nigerian, most Nigerian, everybody in the civil service, they are waiting to get oil. So let us sell oil so we can eat. Is that supposed to be? It's not supposed to be. Every council should be generating revenue. As a matter of fact, a council should be run as a state. All this allocation from federal government, they should see it as bonus, grants. Every local government have the capacity to generate revenue. But we're not employing the people that are supposed to be teaching us the kind of tools, frameworks, ideas like this. That's what we need. Even the schools. Before a child finish secondary school and go to university, they should be able to sit all of them down and teach them what smart is. This is what they should wear as a cloth to enter university. This is a major project they are handling as adults. From junior secondary to senior secondary. This is their parents' project. It's their parents' duty to manage them. They are not adults. But most people who goes to university, they start going to university. Although some these days enter at the age of 16, 17, but whoever enters will expect that the person is adult, who should go there independently to deliver these projects. And they should know the smart. You should know the course of your choice that can align with your strategic thinking. Once they come to tell you, Nkechi, maybe just study history. You know, once you are a graduate, they will come with this kind of language. You can even work in a bank, even if you like reading linguistics, read history. This is working in the bank. We studied political science, study this. Why not go study what is related if you want to work in the bank? So we should check what is in the market. and make sure that that kind of job should be in the market for at least 10 years when I graduate, so that I will not look for a job. If what you are studying is not in the market, what are you studying it for? You're studying history. If you go to the internet, Google history job, you're not going to see any history job in the internet. Why are you wasting your time studying history? So I'm using history as an example. There are so many career paths like that. We go and set up ourselves for failure and we'll come out to start complaining. Some of our parents failed us. Most of us here, make sure you don't fail your children. And as a matter of fact, after this particular boot camp and this topic, and you don't change, even if you raise your voice against any of your child who is not doing well and you did not package the person well, I will punch your mouth. All right. Yeah. So